Hey YouTube, I'm David.
Hey there, I'm Jer.
And what a
Fragrance
Bros!
Bros. Waka, waka, waka.
Coming at you this time with another review, this time on Animale Animale.
Bye.
Animale.
That's right. Man, get over yourself.
That's right. Let's get straight to it. Date introduced is 1994. It's an oldie.
Yeah, the bottle looks it.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
Oh gosh. It looks like an old trapper keeper.
That's right.
Classified as an oriental woody.
Yeah.
The notes are nutmeg, honey, pineapple, lime, sandalwood, amber, patchouli, lavender, musk, galbanum, vanilla, jasmine, ylang ylang, lily of the valley, cedar, tobacco, rose, and lemon.
Lang lang. Time down. Time down.
You're lying, you're lying. We're gonna have our own weird language of tam dao, ylang ylang, and whatever.
Yeah.
Derpa derpa.
We ever see somebody like a fan on the road and be like, time down across the street.
That's right. That's right. Anyway, what did you get out of longevity out of this?
Man, that was pretty good longevity. I got excellent longevity.
Yeah.
I think I clocked that at around 12 hours. It was still getting strong.
Nice.
Which we'll get to this in a minute, but given the comparison, to me it made it closer to what it's compared to. So
Yeah, I would say excellent as well. It did last a long time.
yeah.
What about projection?
I didn't feel like it projected quite as much. In the beginning, I felt like it was all up in my face, but after about 2 to 3 hours, it seemed like a skin scent, really close to it.
I would say mostly for me it's probably average.
Yeah.
Maybe on the poor side, but I say overall probably average. I agree. At first it kind of projects a lot, but then tones down really quickly and stays kind of just in a little bubble right here,
That's right.
which is fine. But season, fall, winter, nights. That's what I think.
Totes my coats.
Purpose, I would say this is a hard one to find a purpose for.
Yeah.
I would say probably date and maybe a formal one, but I think I don't know.
It really, to me, it kind of depends upon the man.
Yeah.
I think certain men, older men, could make this a signature scent.
Yeah.
Office scent. A man like you and me, maybe a date?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a message you want to send.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
hard.
It's hard to place.
Yeah.
I'm going to say not formal. I don't know. I really don't know.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's really tough. Partly because of how many notes are in there.
Yeah.
It's really confusing.
Yeah.
To kind of pick out where you want to go with this.
It's an olfactory enigma.
Yeah. I wore this casually and felt out of place. I'll say that. I wore this to Chick-fil-A.
You don't get more casual than that.
No, that's right. Let's see. What does this remind you of?
Okay. So the comparison, we're going to do a shootout video of this, so I'm not going to get into it too much. But the comparison is made between this and Angel Men.
Or Pure Malt.
Or Pure Malt to some degree, or those sorts of things. I do get what they're saying. I get it's very sweet to me.
Yeah.
Very sweet, and I kind of get bits, to my nose, bits of, I don't know if there's tobacco in it, but like a dried tobacco kind of feel, but like dried.
There is tobacco in it.
Is there okay? Like a dried tobacco, and there's some sweet notes, I don't know if it's I think maybe the honey kind of comes through, but it's flat though.
Yeah.
It's not full and complex and rich.
Yeah.
Like it's comparisoners.
Yeah. That's right.
Whatever. The things it's compared to.
Yeah.
It's kind of flatter, and it kind of shows its, if I could be fair, or honest, it kind of shows its price range and its age in that way. But I do think it smells good. And I know that you may not feel the same way as me, but I would actually wear this. I actually, especially for the price, I would consider buying a bottle of this.
Okay.
That's just me.
I think whenever I first wore this, I got the feeling I get whenever I wear Pure Malt.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't smell exactly like Pure Malt to me. We're going to get later to that in the comparison video, or maybe before. Actually, I think we've been doing it before the review, so it's probably going to actually be before that. But so we already have done that, I guess.
So you know what we're saying then.
Yes, that's right.
You know.
But it doesn't really remind me of Pure Malt. It doesn't remind me of Angel Men, really.
No, not Angel Men at all.
No. Because some people say it does remind them of Angel Men, but without the tar. I don't get that at all.
Yeah.
However, it does remind me of the feeling I get when I wear Pure Malt.
Yeah.
And, that's important too.
It's an accomplishment.
At the top, I get vanilla, honey, and a little bit of pineapple. just a little bit, but not like not near like Aventus pineapple or anything.
Yeah.
But just a little bit, just to add a little tartness to it. It dries into tobacco, amber, a little spice, which is probably the nutmeg to me, and sandalwood. It's very sweet, woody, and almost smoky, I think, especially when it dries down. The biggest downside to me, it has the 3 worst things it could possibly have.
Dang.
It smells cheap, it smells dated, and it smells mature. So, the mature is not that bad if you are mature and you want something that fits your age range. The cheap is bad. Okay, the dated is also bad, unless you are a collector and you like fragrances that have kind of a dated smell, or maybe you want something that smells a little different. To me, this kind of it smells like the 90s. It doesn't really smell modern at all. Wow. So when I wore it, I felt older than I should have been. Yeah. So I didn't really like that.
Yeah, the funny thing is like when I smelled this, I thought, because I knew how old it was, and I thought, man, this came out then?
Yeah.
Because to me, I get what you're saying. It does smell dated. But to me, it doesn't fit in what I remember the 90s smelling like.
Yeah.
The things that were big then. Your Hugo Bosses, your Tommy Hilfigers, your...
we were in high school during that time, so we were wearing younger fragrances.
Yeah, we were. I don't know what was going on in the fragrance world, but from what my memory was of the 90s, this is a standout from those.
Yeah.
So I do think it kind of transcends a little bit. It's dated. There's no getting around that. But, I don't know. I was kind of impressed, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Better than what I expected. When I looked at that bottle, I was like, holy balls.
Yeah.
It's going to smell like holy balls. But it was pretty good,
Yeah. I think this might be a little harder for a younger man to pull off.
Totally.
I do think this is manly, though.
Yeah.
Despite how sweet it is, I do think it comes off manly.
I think so, too.
Which that's a good quality, I think. So, let's see. Bang for buck is $25 for a 3.3 ounce.
And you could probably do better than that.
You could probably do better than that. Yeah, that's a great price. I think, however, it smells cheap. So for me, the bang for buck is not really high, even though it's $25.
Yeah.
To me, that's just probably average.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, for me, it's not really worth it to buy. Like, I don't know if this would be worth it just because it does smell cheap.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it depends on where your bar is.
Yeah, that's true.
Pure, the thing that's compared to is pure malt.
Yeah.
And from what I know, pure malt's going for between $150 and $200 right now. So if you can get close to that for $25, I say go for it.
Yeah.
It does smell cheaper. It does smell more dated and more mature than pure malt. But to the average person, those things may not be evident.
Yeah.
And especially if you're wearing it, someone smells you, those things really may not be evident.
Yeah.
And it may still accomplish the same goal. So I would give it a try.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you could probably pay somebody to send you a 10 ml decant for like 40 cents.
They'll probably just give it to you. You just pay for postage. Really.
I think it's worth sniffing out.
Yeah.
I really do. I think you ought to give it a try. It's just my 2 cents.
Yeah.
It's my 40 cents.
We actually got this from someone on Facebook. His name is Rob. I forgot his last name. Hillard, yes.
Hey!
Yeah. Rob, so thank you so much, Rob, for that. He actually gave us a 5 ml.
He did.
So that was really generous of you. So thank you so much, Rob, for that.
Thank you.
That was really kind. And didn't cost him but 2 cents.
A stamp?
That's right. No. Do you get a lot of compliments from this?
2 cent stamp. No, my wife really liked it though.
Oh wow, okay.
Really liked it. I had to ask her because I put it on about 2 hours before I got to work, so by then it really had kind of died down. But when I asked her, she's like, "Oh, that's really good. Let me smell it again." I let her smell it again. Yeah, I like this. So she was a big fan.
Nice.
My wife likes it. She has a pretty wide variety of interests though in terms of fragrance. But hey, that's one of the noses I care most about. So
yeah. I didn't really get any compliments from this, and I actually purposely wore this on a day, which I have a friend who he's starting to get into fragrances, not to the level that we are, or any of the fragrance community really is, but he has like 2, maybe 3, and he knows that I'm a collector, and he knows that I have a ton, supposedly a ton, not really a lot, not like Jarrah status, not like Rove's 08 status.
I'm getting out of control, buddy.
But he knows how many I have.
Yeah.
So I purposely wore it on a day in which he would smell it. Didn't say a word.
Wow.
Now Talia, my wife, she actually likes it. And when I asked her what she thought, she said, "Kind of smells like Amen or pure malt."
Hey!
Which is kind of funny.
That is interesting. That's interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
So that's that. Final rating.
I'm going to give this a 4.
Okay.
It seems like a really high score, but I was very impressed. I went in with some pretty strong preconceived notions about what this was going to smell like, and I was really impressed.
Yeah.
I think it did a great job. I mean, because I own pure malt, I can tell the difference.
Yeah.
And I don't like the difference. I like pure malt way better. But if I didn't have that and I couldn't get my hands on that, I consider this pretty viable. So I think it's good. I give it a 4.
Yeah. I think for me, I'm gonna go down a little bit. I'm gonna go for a 3. To me, it's not really my thing. It's not bad at all. I don't think it's a bad fragrance, but it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
And when I wear it, it kind of makes me feel a little uncomfortable, which is usually my indicator for a 3. So, but it doesn't gross me out in any way.
Yeah.
So
good to know.
Yeah. So that's a 3.
Excellent.
You two, what do you think? Do you like it? Hate it? Love it? Tell us what you think of Animale Animale down below. Of course, like, comment, subscribe. Like it if you want to see some. What do they want to see?
Doobly doos.
Some doobly doos on the.
Grigsy what's it?
We are so tired right now.
I don't want to be put on the spot, Dave.
Nope. Anyway, we'll see you next week with another review. We're the Fragrance Brothers. Bye.
Bye.